Hello and welcome to ISTV News. I'm Surbala Kangapam. Let's look at the top stories. Ministerial team inspect Behyang village to establish a center for Indo-Myanmar border trade. And scribes from Bangladesh feel Manipur has high potential of tourism industry. And now the news in detail. A team of ministers and government officials inspected Behyang village located in the Indo-Myanmar border in Singhat subdivision of Chatampur district to establish a trade center yesterday. Health Minister Phunjantang Tonsin, Commerce and Industries Minister Govindas Kontaujam, MLA of Singhat Assembly Constituency Jinsu Wang Hao, Principal Secretary and Director of Industries Department and many officials were on the team. Talking to media person during the inspection visit, Commerce and Industries Minister Govindas Kontaujam said, Behyang village is about 120 kilometers southwest of Imphal and it will be an appropriate place for establishing a border trade center of India and Myanmar after Moreh town. He further said, after a formal request to the Government of India by Chief Minister Okram Ibobi to open border huts in Manipur, Behyang of Chachanpur district and New Somtal of Channel district have been selected for opening border huts. The approval was arrived at a formal talk held at the new capital of Myanmar, Nay Pyi Taw, between India and Myanmar. An agreement has to be signed in December. However, it has been extended up to January of 2015. The minister also said Behyang will be a suitable place to establish a trade center. The inspection visit has been undertaken under the supervision of Chief Minister Okram Ibobi. The villagers and chief of Behyang village have agreed and assured of giving land to the state government. A custom office will also be opened at the village soon, he added.
Formal among the trading to Boyanava, custom gi officema, Amuhango Pinanava Yankana so honori. As the Honava Matamza Lakador infrastructures like other Punamusina say, Masida Akoye, lane the availability become a very big issue. The Honorable Minister na, the Honorable MLA, Kendra MLA na, Lamgi issue say, Masi resort to Nava. Mafamdugi akoi village ki sipnasing ba koi loino unazarure honorable koi health minister na lamsing biraga una matamda lam dugi ning thauna haibi madude akoi lamdi leire haidana ibi bada akai ba leitre madugi land will be made available and the land is available so hire.
As part of the inspection visit, Health Minister Phunjantang Tonsin also inspected the present condition of the primary health center at Behyang village and the requirements at the center. He assured of filling up the shortages of the health center at the earliest. Besides, he appealed to the doctors and the staff to work with dedication and sincerity as the village is located near Indo-Myanmar border. Recognition of Manipur endowed with the pictures scenes all over the world is rising. Scribes who visited Manipur during the recent Sangai festival had told the ISTV News that Manipur is a state which has a high potential of tourism industry. News editor of National News Agency of Bangladesh, Mohammad Saukat Ali, told our staff reporters G. Gagan, Jayanta Sharma and desk editor Richard Ranjan during his recent visit that the people of Manipur are very cordial and the hospitality shown to the guests deserved high appreciation. He said,
I have expectations of what I can see, what is their landscape, how the people are there, how they look like, everything. And I have some expectations. And I find everything is fine, the environment, temperature.
The hospitality is very good.
Everything is very fine. And it's a very first experience of in hilly areas. I come through the hilly areas from Guwahati to Manipur. This was extraordinary experience for me and my wife also. I am actually excited.
Newsroom editor of Bangla Mail, Mahmuda Akhtara, wife of Muhammad Saukat Ali, also praised the natural beauty of Manipur. Muhammad Saukat further said that Manipur is a state where people from different countries would like to visit as tourists, as the state is a naturally scenic place and the weather is quite pleasant. What is more, the people living in this state are very friendly. Every human being wants to live happily and peacefully. The government should find a way to solve the conflict going on in the state. The number of security personnel being used by the government is too much, he said.
Everyone should have to live in peace. That is, we expect that one. Everyone should live a very cordial and peaceful situation. So that is means we seek that if any confrontation prevail, that would be minimized and the people will come to a compromising situation to live here. Politicians are responsible to how to make these people possible to peaceful solution. That would be, I think, today or tomorrow, near future, we will come to a solutions. No confrontation, no fire, no bomb blast. We can do anything. This land is very fertile, very fine. You can do your living with the earth, the trees, and the sunny environment. It is possible, very much possible to live in peace.
If agriculture can be turned into a calendar work, the farmers will be able to get more benefits. This was stated by Agriculture Minister Abdul Nasir during the inaugural function of a workshop on implementation program for extensive reforms of Agriculture Technology Management Agency (ATMA) scheme at Hotel Classic today. The workshop was organized by State Nodal Cell ATMA Department of Agriculture under the aegis of National Mission on Agriculture and Extension Technology (NMAET). Principal Secretary Agriculture and Kada Ram Muiva, Director of Agriculture S. Guneja, and Director of Extension Central Agriculture University Dr. M. Premjit attended the workshop as the other main guest. Officials of Atma from 9 districts of Manipur were also present at the workshop. Dr. Premjit said, Manipur is the only state in the entire northeastern region where produces the highest agricultural products. Though our farmers lack knowledge and experience of proper use of technology, they are really skilled in producing high yields. There are various schemes in the agricultural sector. If these schemes are properly implemented, abundance of agricultural yield can be produced. Principal Secretary Ram Muiva said, if the officials work with zeal, higher amount of agricultural products could be achieved. Minister Nasir said, consultation will be held with the officials to frame a calendar for the department to organize program at least once a month at the state level or district level or constituency level for the farmers so that they will be able to gain much more benefits. A one-day education awareness program on protection of minority rights organized by Human Development Foundation Kaibung under the aegis of Manipur State Minority Commission was held at Idiga Ground, Kaibung today. Members of the commission Dr. M.S. Ningomba, Pradhan of Kekman Gram Panchayat Asem Subol, social worker M.D. Kiamuddin, Dr. N. Devendro and many others attended the program. Many resource persons from the commission, MOBEDS, scholars and professors talked in detail about how the minorities could be aware and get their rights. Talking to media person, Secretary of the Commission, Janab Hakim Sa, elaborated the main objective of organizing such awareness program. Kalika Jyotis Mandir today held Vyas Guru Puja at its temple located at Wangkai Ningthem Pukri Mapan. Talking to the ISTV News, M. Vaishdev, a devotee, said that a student or a learner could not succeed in his or her life if they forgot the gurus who taught them in any field. Teachers should be remembered with heart and souls always. The main objective of organizing the workshop is to strengthen the ancient relationship of teachers and students, he added.
puja se kachhabagi maramdi jagat sangsar sida leiriba punamakse afabadu oigera phatabor oide koigera punamakse guru madi darka hoy aduna guru mabu masak khangagadi taibangi paklabai pakse yam laina langthokpa ngambani hainai khanje asum dai mayam da tamjage asum dai guru gi puja se sei khudi gai yas puja hoy.
And now moving on to national international news. Meeting between Prime Minister Narendra Modi and visiting Russian President Vladimir Putin is underway at Hyderabad House in New Delhi. Mr. Putin is in New Delhi to attend 15th Annual India-Russia Summit. Earlier, External Affairs Ministry spokesman Syed Akbaruddin said, energy ties including hydrocarbon and nuclear cooperation are on the agenda of the talks. He said, the talks are crucial as the two countries are working to build nuclear power plants in India. The spokesman said, India is expecting a fruitful outcome of the summit. He said, a group of CEOs from Russia and India will interact among themselves and leadership and hope this will lead to new beginnings. Later, Mr. Modi and Mr. Putin will hold delegation-level talks after which agreements will be signed in the areas of defense, nuclear energy, science and technology, space and customs. The Home Ministry today sought report from the Uttar Pradesh government over alleged forced conversion in Agra. At least 100 persons from 37 families were reportedly reconverted to Hinduism at a ceremony organized by an offshoot of Rashtriya Swayam Sevak Sangha in the cantonment area. The state government has registered an FIR against the RSS wing involved in conversion. Meanwhile, there was high drama in Lok Sabha with opposition MPs cornering the Narendra Modi government in parliament over alleged forced conversion row for the second day in a row. MPs were shouting slogans against the government and entered the well of the house. The Bharatiya Janata Party's MPs were, however, unwary of the protest. Aligarh MP Satish Gautam said that such conversion event will happen in the city. He said, we have been doing this for several years and will do it again on December 25th. This isn't a conversion but Ghar Wapsi, homecoming. A week after the deadly terrorist attack in the Uri sector of Jammu and Kashmir, the army today paid tribute to the soldiers who were slain in the attack. Defense Minister Manohar Parrikar was also present for the ceremony in the memory of the martyred soldiers. The brave army personnel prevented civilians' casualties, said the defense minister. Last Friday's terrorist attack left 11 security force personnel dead, while all the 6 terrorists involved in the attacks were also killed. The then Prime Minister Indira Gandhi was not aware of the constitutional provision allowing for declaration of emergency that was imposed in 1975, and it was Siddhartha Shankar Ray who led her into the decision, says President Pranab Mukherjee. Ironically, it was Ray, then Chief Minister of West Bengal, who also took a sharp about turn on the authorship of the emergency before the Shah Commission that went into excesses during that period, according to Mukherjee. These details are revealed by the President in his book, The Dramatic Decade, the Indira Gandhi's Year, that has just been released. In an embarrassment to the Bharatiya Janata Party MLA Prabhu Chavan was caught on camera watching a zoomed-in photo of Priyanka Gandhi on his mobile phone in the Karnataka Assembly. Another MLA UB Banakar can also be seen playing video games during proceedings of the Legislative Assembly. Protesting over the incident, Congress leaders barged into the wall of the House, slamming the BJP. The Speaker has asked Dick Chavan to apologize. The MLA, though, has claimed that he didn't zoom into the picture but was reading the text written below it. There was nothing objectionable in his zooming in his picture, he said. Chavan, however, apologized for using his mobile phone inside the assembly during the session. After BJP MLA Prabhu Chavan was caught using his mobile to view pictures of Priyanka Gandhi on Wednesday, 2 Congress leaders were found watching videos while the session was on. BJP, the opposition party, demanded an apology from Housing Minister and Mandya MLA Ambaris and Davangere North MLA SS Mallikarjuna, who were caught in the act. It sought suspension of these two MLAs. State Finance Minister of Kerala, K.M. Mani, was today booked by Vigilance and Anti-Corruption Bureau in the bar bribe scam. According to BACB sources, the case against Mani, who is Kerala Congress M Supremo, was registered on the basis of statement given by some of those questioned by investigators as part of the preliminary inquiry into the allegation that he had taken a hefty sum as a bribe from bar owners for decision favorable to them. Hong Kong police have begun arresting protesters who are refusing to leave the main protest camp after more than 2 months of demonstration. The authorities had warned protesters to leave ahead of the operation at Admiralty camp, but some vowed to stay. Many left as violence began taking down barricades, but police are now arresting dozens who have stayed behind. The number of protesters had fallen to a few hundreds from the tens of thousands who turned out in September. Police began building up their presence for what is being widely seen as the final act in the long-running protest at the Admiralty site during the early morning. Police officers started to clear the camp and dismantle tents after issuing orders to protesters to vacate the occupied area within 30 minutes or face arrest. And before we wind up the top stories once again, ministerial team inspect Behyang village to establish a center for Indo-Myanmar border trade. And scribes from Bangladesh feel Manipur has high potential of tourism industry. Well, that's pretty much we got here, but we got more news coming up. Stay tuned.